Hi everybody, Dr. Zach here, and welcome to Wellness Wednesday. I'm excited about what we're going to be talking about today because oftentimes when it comes to wellness habits, hacks that we can do to optimize our health and our wellness, it's things like cold showers. And if you're like me, as I was motivating myself to get into my cold shower today, it's not necessarily pleasant. It's not something I look forward to. It's not something that just gives me a lot of pleasure. And so I have to remind myself of the benefits that come from it so that I can stay consistent with doing that. Really, for me, exercise is kind of the same way. I know a lot of people that love exercise. I don't dread it, but there are certain things that I don't like. For instance, running. I just do not like running. But I like the benefits I get from running. That when I run, my mountain biking is easier. I'm more conditioned for skiing. I can hike better. I can actually enjoy the things that I do like more effectively when I'm fit. And there's certain things that running offers to my fitness level that I don't get from any other kind of activity. So there are certain things with wellness that we just have to kind of dive into and do even though it doesn't feel good. But today, this is good news because most people find this particular wellness hack to be a pleasant thing. And I'm actually taking some information today that I got from Dr. Mercola and from Mercola.com. And if you're not subscribing to his newsletters, I'd recommend doing that. A little background on him: Joe Mercola, osteopath, trained in Western medicine, practiced as an osteopath for most of his career. But he was a thinker that started paying attention to what was going on, and he started to realize that most of what he was taught wasn't actually about health. It was about this medical system. And the medical system is designed to draw us in and to make us victims of it forever. Actually, if you take a look at some stuff that's been published on his site, that was also published in the Journal of the American Medical Association, I think it goes back to 2017. Gary Null was also one of the contributors to that article. It said that our medical system in the United States is the #1 cause of death in the United States. More people die from going to the doctor and getting the prescription that the doctor gives and going through the treatment protocols for their disease that they have than they do from the disease. And so with that, Mercola woke up to that. And so he's been very vocal against the medical system. In fact, during the COVID pandemic, he was targeted as one of the top 12 people. He was like the evil dozen for people spreading misinformation because he didn't follow the narrative that the medical mainstream did. And so I applaud people like Dr. Mercola, who's willing to be bold, to be strong, to take and question some of the things he's been taught, and then to speak the truth with passion. And so his article today is more evidence showing vitamin D boosts cancer. And so just kind of quick highlights on this. It says that vitamin D levels are linked to increased risks of cancer. So high levels of vitamin D, cancer risks drop. Low levels, it actually increases your susceptibility to cancer. And here's where that comes in. Vitamin D is actually one of the most powerful immune system hormones that our bodies can create. There was a study that was done during COVID. This is early on before they, victimized ivermectin and HCQ and all these other things and came out with this marvelous life-saving jab that they did. They actually took people that were in the hospital, that they were intubated, they were really in dire condition with COVID. And they took one group and they gave them 250,000 units of vitamin D. They took another group and they gave them 500,000 units of vitamin D. And they compared those to the people that they didn't give any kind of vitamin D supplementation. And in that group of people, all these people had been hospitalized, the average duration of hospital stay was 33 days. The people that were given 250,000 units of vitamin D, actually it was cut by a third. They ended up having an average of 22 days in the hospital before they were released. The people that were given 500,000 units, their hospital stay actually ended at an average of 11 days. So it was cut by 2/3. Guess what we didn't hear during COVID? By the medical mainstream that's supposed to be about our health. I don't know of any people that were saying, I've got to boost my vitamin D levels. It was people like Joe Mercola, it was people like me that were getting yanked from YouTube and other media sources that were saying this actually free. Maybe in the wintertime not free, you might have to take a supplementation, but you can actually get vitamin D most efficiently by spending time in the sunshine, which is free. So with that is that vitamin D levels have a direct relationship to the effectiveness of your immune system to fight every kind of disease, from a common cold to a made-up virus to cancer. It goes on to say in this article, vitamin D targets cancer in multiple ways, including anti-cancer, anti-metastatic, and anti-tumorigenic effects. The best way, Dr. Mercola says, to optimize your vitamin D level is via regular sun exposure, which enhances the production of melatonin as well, which is also a potent anti-cancer agent. So you don't have to jump in a cold shower to boost your vitamin D levels. You don't have to take and work out really hard to boost your vitamin D levels. You get to go hang out in the sunshine. And with that, we need to spend time in the sun unprotected, which means we don't slather all this toxic sunscreen all over us that may keep us from getting burned by the sun, but it inhibits the production of the vitamin D, and it actually increases cell change that can cause cancers. So avoid the sunscreens, spend time in the sun. Now, here's a key with this. Don't get burned, right? We don't want to burn. Burning in the sun is not a good thing, but sun exposure is a great thing. And get it on a consistent, regular basis. Get it on as much as your body as you can. So roll up your sleeves, wear some shorts, stay away from the Speedo. I definitely don't recommend that. But make sure that you're getting plenty of sun exposure to as much of your body as you can. That's going to boost that. And here's where it comes in really exciting. When you take a look at what that regular exposure does, breast cancer in women has been slashed by 17 to 38% by women who spend time in the sun and elevate their vitamin Ds to that safe level. We take a look at guys with prostate cancer, and it actually slashes our incidence of prostate cancer as we raise those vitamin D levels. Another cool side effect of vitamin D is that as we elevate vitamin D levels, we also elevate testosterone levels. And this helps us to reduce aging. It helps us to metabolize effectively and efficiently in what we do. It helps us to maintain muscle, especially as we get older. And so it's a great thing to get out and get some sunshine. Don't get burned. Take and work your way up to spending more time in the sun, especially if you're, a pale person like me, right? I'm of Norwegian descent, so, if I go and I spend 2 hours in the sun today, I'm going to damage myself. But I'm going to take my dog for a walk. We're going to hang out in the sun. I'm going to spend 15 to 20 minutes until I kind of feel it's like, oh, I'm getting warm. It's time for me to stop. I'm going to make sure I eat plenty of antioxidants, because here's one of the key things with that is that the damaging effect of the sun is going to be oxidative stress from the radiation that we're being exposed to. It causes this oxidative stress to our body, which causes things to burn, like sunburn. If we're taking lots and lots of antioxidants in through good, healthy, natural food, it helps to reduce the effect of that oxidative stress. So we can actually spend a little bit more time in the sun, get a little bit more vitamin D, and not burn while we're doing it. It also helps that as the summer goes on, we can start increasing the duration of the time that we spend in the sun, so we can have more time playing at the beach or going, out onto the lake or just hiking and spending time out in the sunshine. So with that said, recognize that some of the best wellness hacks can be some of the most pleasant things that we can be doing for us. One more side effect of vitamin D before I quit is it's one of the most powerful mood enhancers that there is. I can't tell you how many people over the last 30 years, women who have been dealing with postpartum depression. And I'll ask them, have you been supplementing with your vitamin D? Have you been getting some sunshine? And almost across the board, they say no. I say it's time to get back on it. Start doing that again. And they'll come in the next time to see me, and their moods have completely changed. It's one of the most powerful mood enhancers there is. So take some time today. Get out, get some sunshine on your face. Enjoy the feeling that you get from that energy coming onto you, and celebrate that it's killing cancer while you're out there doing that. So with that said, make today a great one. I'll talk to you soon.